I told a couple we're going for divorce. They already set for divorce. They're in the last stage. And then I said I finished teaching. It was a family life conference. And then the lady came and said, if I have listened to you a year ago, I will not be divorcing my husband. But we have gone too far. And we can't go back. It just can't work anymore. So I laughed and I said, who told you that? There is no marriage God cannot fix. I said, will you take my counsel? She said, yes. And you will do everything I ask you to do? She said, yes. I said, that's fine. I said, when you get home, go and kneel down. They are Yoruba people. And you know Yoruba people have a way of kneeling down. I said, go and kneel down and tell your husband, I just realized I've been a very impossible wife and I've not been fair to you. I want you to forgive me all the wrongs I have done, with a promise that anything you say now, I will obey and follow you. You are the leader of this house. The man laughed. He's a drunkard. He's a crook. He laughed. He says, that what they taught you in that conference you went from? He said, he no go walk. The guy said, he no go walk. So forget it. He said, no go walk. And then she saw that the wife was serious about it. So in the morning, he said, are you sure that you are ready to follow me now? This guy who is making mouth is the wife that made her evil. Say, yes, I'm ready to follow you. Say, okay, number one, you meet me in the clubhouse tonight. This guy is a terrible unbeliever. He drinks, he humanizes, he does everything. He goes to clubhouse every day. So he told the wife, if you say you want to follow me, meet me in the clubhouse. The wife called me and said, how can the whole dickness that I am be found in the clubhouse? I said, you are found there looking for your husband. Your husband is lost. Go there and find him. Do you understand? I said, go there. He said, but they'll be drinking alcohol, womanizing. I said, you have your husband to womanize with, Abby? Is it manized with now? Whichever way. I said, stay there. Take your own soft drinks and suya and let him take his alcohol and take all the stupid thing he wants to take. I said, by going there, you win the first battle. All those cheap girls will lose their job. A customer is no longer available because the owner of that customer has come. Do you know what I'm talking about? So sit in front of him, gist with him, pull his ears like the other guys are pulling the other people whose wives are not there. Is that okay? Play with your own wife and then get back home. So they will get home and then they will go again the following day. This lady was a bank manager at that time, and this guy is a CEO of a company. It's not a poor guy. But he doesn't know God. So they will go again, and the wife will always keep calling me. He said, I should come again. I said, go. Didn't you enjoy yesterday? Unless you brought your wife or husband home. Is that right? You were smelling alcohol, you were smelling Martina. Just smell something and be sure that the life runs. It looks like a joke. Her pastor didn't understand what I was doing. Called her and said, you are a dickness. How dare you go to a clubhouse? You want to embarrass the name of this church. So you call me and say, madam, leave pastor alone. Pastor is the beneficiary at the end of this process. Just follow me. After 1 week, no, 2 weeks. Because now she can't go to church. She can't go for Bible study. She can't go for prayer meeting. The guy just says, follow me. You understand? Just follow me. And then after 2 weeks, he looked at the woman. I said, you have really changed. You followed me without questioning my authority like you used to do. For 2 weeks. Okay, today, I will follow you to that your church. So they went to church. And the guest speaker was a former drunkard. The guest speaker that came to church. And the guy was telling about his terrible life and everything and how Christ saved him. And this man broke down in tears and came to the altar and gave his life to Christ. Today he's a preacher. And then they went back to church under 1 month. All this is 1 month process. A lost home was recovered. Because it takes strength of counseling to recover many distressed homes. It doesn't take a fight. At times we do a wrong fight, fighting our spouse. No man should be fought. No woman should be fought. Just strength of wise counseling. You will save many homes. We've lost counts of many homes the Lord have recovered across several nations. Just for simple counsel. That pastor who was complaining, you are missing Sundays and Bible school. You are missing this. He is the beneficiary. Now he has gained the man, gained the wife, gained the children back to church. And he trained under him and became an assistant pastor. Now he's preaching the gospel everywhere and tell people, thank God my wife followed me. Some of you are married, but you're not following your husband. 2 people in the same house facing 2 different directions, just bearing one common surname. Unfortunately, in this part of the world, you don't want to be involved in people's matter. So you just say what you know and you are being careful. A man you should rebuke. You say, well, if you feel so, if you think that's what you want to do. Are you hearing me? And then the guy said, well, Pastor, I think I'm done. Done? Who cooked you? How long were you cooked that you are done?
So I have a story to tell concerning this. There was a story shared by my general overseer when I was still back home. And he said that there was a time two couples, they always fight, and the husband had been abusing the wife, always beating up the wife. So there was this day the wife, out of frustration, managed to give him a punch on the chest. And she didn't do that on purpose. It just happened because she was trying to struggle. And one punch landed on his chest and the man fell helplessly, and the woman took over this time, used the opportunity to pound the man like he pounded him. So the man this time around was surprised and went to the pastor, went to report at the pastor's house. He has not been reporting ever since he has been beating the wife, but when the wife was able to help herself this time, the man was reporting. So it was said that this man kept reporting almost every time, like every day, because he has been beating the wife every day, but this time around it's now the wife that took over. So power changed hands. And ever since then, there was a day he said the man now went to the pastor's house and overheard the pastor's voice with his wife also fighting. The man go to the window, and when he didn't see them, but he heard the pounding of both of them. They were pounding on themselves. That was when the man repented. So at this point, he stopped, paused, and had a rethink. And he told himself, so even pastor has been beating his wife and has been advising me all this while. So he has been hiding his own. So this time he said, I need to go back home and fix my marriage. And that was according to the story. They said that was how the man stopped beating his wife and peace started reigning in that home. So where I'm driving at is that I don't think there is any perfect person. Even the so-called marriage counselors, it doesn't actually mean that all is perfect in their home. Everyone is just trying to make it work, right? So I just want us to know that only God can perfect marriages. Now, concerning this man, this is the best marital advice or marriage resolving issues I have ever heard in my life. Look at the way he was able to fix this. So let's call this man another Solomon, or the Solomon of our time. This is the best marriage advice. So it means that, so one thing I'm going to advise, if you're having issues in your marriage, before you guys finally divorce, because divorce is bad too, it's not easy. So God was right when he said we shouldn't divorce. We shouldn't divorce does not mean that if you're being abused, you should not divorce. Yes, you can go ahead and divorce, but make sure you have pushed all other buttons. Prayerfully, yes, of course. That has make sure you take that out of the way. Like you're praying, you won't stay there praying. I understand, but just make sure you're praying along with the issues. Make sure you have visited therapists, marriage therapists. Make sure you've done that. Marriage counselors, make sure you have done that, because all of these marriage counselors, that's why they are called marriage counselors. They are not supposed to be perfect at it, but this is their job. They have been trained to be able to give proper counseling. So pastors, the fact that your pastor is a pastor does not make them marriage counselors. Pastors are not professionals when it comes to marriage. They have their own issues. So if you really want to you're married to work, maybe there is issues, it's better we visit marriage counselors. Marriage counselors or marriage therapists or whatever you call them, they have gone through training. So it is a profession. That's their profession. And the fact that it's their profession doesn't mean they are perfect in their homes, but at least they will give you proper advice and guidance and counseling that you need to carry on. So don't be too quick to divorce. The reason is because, especially when kids are involved, it is tough. I will not lie, it is tough. So make sure you are able to do it the proper way. So look at this man's advice. I think this is the best I've ever heard, and this, may God continue to keep this man, because if many can go to him, I believe marriages will be saved. Now, from my own perspective, I've realized that a lot of things that later bring divorce, make a marriage to hit its rock, is because many a times we all have our egos. So maybe one of us have been using his ego or her ego. One day the other party will be like, okay, I think it's time for me to let you know that you can do the thing. You got ego, I got ego. Then ego jam ego. Let's put it that way. And then nobody wants to, succumb. So it takes frustration for the other party to also compete with that ego, and then it will hit the rock, the marriage will collapse. So my advice is that somebody like him, like this man, God bless him. I pray that God will bless him and this is a ministry for him as far as I'm concerned. If God can continue to use him, then, and thank God for the ones he said that the Lord has used him for. Because if marriages work, we all know that the whole world will be at peace. At least it will be like, let me say, like 85% at peace, because it all begins from home. Broken home has not helped anyone, seriously. And please do well to share this with everyone you know. God bless you. Have a nice time.